I gotta say, similar to like Dark Souls, these enemies are so much easier when you've got a second friendly thing nearby. Makes me think that like co-op in this game would probably be just like so relaxing compared to my experience so far. Two grenaders. Wait. And that might be a musketeer back there. Alright, we're gonna top off. Truffle's almost down too.
Die! On the target!
Crap. Mistakes were made, chat. Mistakes were made. They just friendly fired. That's good. Ah, dang it. Oh, yes. Oh shoot, it's not. The gun is like automatically reloaded if you haven't used it in a while, but it had. I thought it had reloaded and it had not. That was an exciting fight. Yeah, see now it's reloaded. I don't really know the exact amount of time, but it's like after you fire it, you know, if you want to fire it again immediately, you have to do the long reload, but after some amount of time, it just auto does it. Mike, can you build a sword and gun at the same time? Yes, as long as it's like, in fact, you start the game with a saber in your right hand and a pistol in your left. They're both like beat up because like you barely survived like washing ashore, so they're both heavily damaged. But that's what you start the game with. So as you can see, I'm using a two-hand gun and a two-hand sword, so I have to swap between them, but they're more powerful. But yes, you can't, like that guy right there is using a one-hand gun with a one-hand sword. That is an option. Jim Godard. Oh, this is the guy that we're looking for. He's a musketeer.
Lining up the shot.
What? Dude, he said lining... That was the guy I just killed. He said lining up the shot after I killed him and gave me like a small jump scare. Sturdy saber. There's a one-hand saber. Oh, scared of that. No available slots, no. Wolfang, brandy. Brandy's not common. I should grab that. Wait, is there something else there? Madeira? What is that? It's more alcohol of some kind. $10 silver. Okay. Quest complete. And we've gotten all the good loot from this area. Oh, hold on. Did I miss something? Old salt insignia. Oh, dude, yellow quality. Yeah, I'm glad I made room for that. I don't think I've ever seen one of those from a barrel. That was probably like the biggest reward in this camp, was that barrel. And it was kind of tucked away in the last 10 in the back. Easy to miss. Yeah, Scarhead, I actually found a pistol at one point. It was called like reliable flintlock or something like that, and you could actually fire it 3 times in between each reload. So if you went like, and there's 2 types of one-hand swords that I've seen so far. There's also clubs, but you could use like a fencing sword, which is, you know, more about stab, like a rapier, I mean to say, or you can use a saber, which is more about slashing. And you can use either one of those with the gun. Love chat, Muck. I may be around tonight. See ya, Darth. Yeah, tonight is Mutiny Monday and or what's the other thing? Pragmata, the game we started last night. Okay, putting most of our loot on the ship. I have...
Yours, Captain.
In the future, I need to store spare bullets on the ship. I have 1 shot left. The blunderbuss uses 2 bullets every time you fire it, so it uses them up really quickly, and I've got 1 shot remaining. The biggest thing I hate in survival games is how small the inventory is. Most survival games you can upgrade the inventory. Like this one, the first 2 rows is what I started with. And I've acquired almost double the original space. But I get what you're saying. Tonight on menu, Muck being bullied by chat, followed by Muck being carrying holiday. Well, I love me some Riftbreaker. I'm just trying to think of something new that I haven't done in that, you know? Which is difficult with how many hours I have in it. I also am constantly on the lookout for other games with good Twitch integration, but most of the other ones I've tried, I just haven't loved nearly as much as Riftbreaker. Is there any other two-handers? I've seen halberds, which have a longer reach, but you can't parry with them. Now, you still have block and dodge, but if you successfully parry, it doesn't cost any stamina. Block and dodge both cost stamina, so... The greatsword is the only two-hander I've seen so far that allows you to parry with it. Also, I like having a long-range poke attack. The one-handed rapier and the two-handed greatsword, you can both do this. And, you know, it looks different on them, but they both have kind of a long-range poke. How about Elden Ring with chat integration? We did that once. We did Elden Ring with integration. It was awful. I couldn't get anything done. Basically, like, this moment I would start a boss fight, chat would do, like, slow movement speed by 50%, or you can't dodge, or spawn literally anything. I mean, imagine literally any mob. I'd be fighting a boss. They would just start dropping mobs on me. It's just like, it made the game impossible. In the open world, it was silly, but in boss fights, it made it actually impossible. What do you need rocks for? Crafting various things. One thing you can use them for is it's one of the easiest ways to make bullets. However, the bullets do like minus 20% of standard bullet damage, but still you can make thousands of them very easily. Okay, I think this island is pretty much cleared. Alright, let's port home. Vermintide Twitch integration was fun. Agree. It got less viewership than Riftbreaker from a pay the bills perspective, but I agree with you. It is very fun. I would love to see if Darktide got that at some point. Okay, Conquistador's boots. We are wearing... Let me see, these are level 5. So right now we have 2 pieces of Conquistadors, which is helmet and gloves, which gives us a 2-piece set bonus, and we got 2 pieces of pikemen. And these... There isn't a 3-piece bonus, so it really doesn't matter what set my boots are from. And these are level 7, these are level 5, so... just store them. Alright, let's unload. Let's see, it's almost that time, so let's unload. I still, and I'm not asking, I'm just talking, I still have not found the use for steel nails. These things that look like boxes of nails. I get them when I'm sinking ships. I haven't yet found the use. Repair your ship. It's 100%. Nothing to repair. I actually have a thing for the ship that's... Oh, for repair. Oh, gotcha. No, repairing the ship just takes wood. That's it. But I actually have a thing called Ship Shape, which is like a perk. And it makes the ship, when I'm out of combat, it auto-repairs slowly over time, which has been awesome. Alright, I just refilled the lamp. Oh god, both of our food things are almost full. Alright, I have to put this in the miscellaneous box. Where did the wolf head go? There. That reminds me, I haven't done a wolf head trophy. That should give me more decor. Wait. Oh, need 2 nails. I could tell you. No, I like figuring it out, but thank you. Thank you for asking before just saying it. That's alright. Alright, well, comfort level 19, so that adds, I think, another minute to our thing. Alright, let's see. Bullets. Sturdy saber. Executioner. I'm pretty sure Executioner is labeled as a halberd, and if it is, that means it can't parry. But I want to double check before I possibly destroy this thing. And to do that, I need to find... Here we go. Excuse me, sir. I need you for science. Now, I could be missing the timing, so I want to... Okay, that... Yeah. Alright, that would have been a parry right there. The little flash it did, but it was a block. Yeah. Okay, yep, standard halberd moveset. Cool item, but parrying in this game is like, it has 0 stamina cost and completely negates an incoming attack. I don't want to give that up. It's funny, because like in some games, I'm god-awful at parrying. Like, the Souls series, where the parry is... the games where the parry's not instant, where like you hit the button and then your character does this and then like does that and then the parry happens, so it's like 6 weeks shipping. I'm god awful at parrying in those. But in this, like, I'm decent and I don't want to give it up. So let's head over here and recycle the halberd to get the materials. Not the Parry King. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I could use the rest of the fertile soil just to expand the garden, which is already quite thick. There we go. Alright, that's all of that. Okay. Okay. All right, cane sugar and old crew keys. Put that in there. At what point do you start getting farming stuff in this game? So, pretty early on, I found bananas. And it's like every time you harvest bananas from a banana tree, there's a chance to get banana seeds. And as soon as you get some banana seeds, you can literally just do this and slam them down into the ground right by your base and start farming bananas. Then you've got slow, infinite bananas. The plants that require the fertile soil, I would say that's at least 10 hours into the game. Because if you want to say the starting area is like the first biome, it's the second biome where I found fertile soil. And then I brought some home, and then all of a sudden, all of these other seeds that I had been finding, I was allowed to plant them. It's like I had the seeds, but I didn't have the soil. And then these are shrub seeds. These are literally just for getting plant fiber for making ropes and stuff. Oh, and then that's a ficus. Okay. We're in the first biome. Gotcha. I think in the first biome, the main thing is the bananas. Like, you can, of course, get tons and tons of coconuts from palm trees, but I have not seen seeds for that. Okay. Let's get five more bandages. We got more bullets. Let's grab another stack. I mentioned I should carry another stack around. Okay. Alright. Cool. Oh, the gunpowder should be done processing at the millstone. There we go. I've also processed cornmeal. Sure. Alright, so since firing the blunderbuss takes, I think, 2 bullets, 2 gunpowder per shot, this combined is basically 40 shots with it. So that's what we're at right now. Alright, we're restocked on bandages, good on food, good on potions, restocked on ammo, The boat is unloaded. Yep. Do I want to get another bell for it? Still need to finish clearing that island. You can have a max of, I think, 10 bells placed on the map. So I'll have to start figuring out, like, for example, the only reason I have one on this island is it's got access to copper if I've already mined the copper here and I need more immediately. But all 3 of these, I have that same reason. So I could probably get rid of one of them. Alright, but however, we have made quite a bit of progress. Going to save it here, as I am out of time, and we will pick it back up from here next time.